Good morning, children. How are you? See, children, day before yesterday, we have learned about the tense definition. What is a tense? Into how many parts we can divide a tense? And what are the structures of the tenses? Now, tense is nothing but it comes from a Greek word called tempus, and it means time of an action. What does it mean, children? Time of an action. And according to the time, we have divided the tenses into three parts. What are they? Present, past, future. Present, past, future. And according to the work done, I have divided again each tense into four parts, and we have discussed about the 12 types. What are they, children? Once revise the names of the 12 tenses. Simple present, simple past, simple future. Present continuous, past continuous, future continuous. Present perfect, past perfect, and future perfect. Present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous, and future perfect continuous. We have learned the names of all the 12 types of tenses. Now today, children, we are going to learn about only present tense. Let us take 12 tenses one by one. 12 tenses one by one. Let us revise about the present tense. What is a present tense? And into how many parts we can divide a present tense? See, children, present tense means nothing at the time of the speaking, means in the present situation. In our present tense, first part is simple present tense. In our previous session, just we have discussed about the present, simple present in brief. What we have discussed, it is used in the two situations. One is habitual action and another is universal truth. See, children, simple present tense is used in two situations. One is habitual action and another is universal truth. What do you mean by habitual action, children? Habitual action means nothing but the actions which we perform daily or the work which we do daily. And universal truth means the truths, the actions which occurs in nature, and we cannot change such type of actions. Now, but taking the structure of the simple present tense, here is one more thing, children, that I have to discuss with you. See, children, if you observe the structure of the simple present tense, what you will observe here, V1 or V1 with yes or es. To clarify you where we should use V1 and where we should use V1 with yes or es. See, children, if you see our subject, if the subject is singular, we have to add yes or es along with the verb. Okay, here I have added. But children, if our subject is plural, you have to write only V1. You have to write only V1. So, according to the subject given to you, you have to use either V1 or V1 with yes or es. If the subject is singular, you have to add yes. If the subject is plural, you should not add yes or es. This is all about simple present tense. Now let us discuss one more tense in the present tense. What is that? Our next one, children? Present continuous. Present continuous. Okay, second one. Present continuous. See, children, as the name itself shows, the work in progress. Continuous means progress, means జరుగుతా ఉంది. So the action which is going on at the time of the speaking is denoted by present continuous at the time of the speaking. So we will use along with the subject is or am or are, along with V1 with ing. Along with V1 with ing. See children, the work in progress means the work which happens when we are discussing at the time of the speaking. Suppose now the teacher is teaching, means at the time of the speaking the work in progress is denoted by present continuous, and here we have used three helping verbs. See children, suppose he is playing, means when we refer to a singular subject we will use is, and when we refer to a plural subject we will use are. They are eating mangoes. And when we are referring to I as a subject, I am playing chess. So I have given you the clear clarification of is, am, are. Is, am, are. Where we have to use is, where we have to use am, and where we have to use are. So in this way children, we can define a present continuous is a tense which is used to denote the actions which are in progress at the time of the speaking. The actions which are in progress at the time of the speaking. Is it clear? Now this is the structure for the present continuous. Now we have completed two tenses. Let us discuss about the third tense of the present tense. What is that children? Present perfect. What is that? Present perfect. The third one is present perfect. See children, where we have to use this tense and what is the structure of the tense. What do you mean by present perfect? See children, this tense is used when the action started in the past and completed just before the time of the speaking, just now. Okay, past లో ఎప్పుడో మొదలైన యాక్షన్స్ ఇప్పుడు కంప్లీట్ అయితే దానిని ప్రెజెంట్ పర్ఫెక్ట్ తో డినోట్ చేస్తారు. And what is the structure for the present perfect? If you observe, along with the subject children, we have to use has or have, and you should remember that always use V3 form in the perfect tenses. Children, always we have to use V3 form in the perfect tenses. Okay, has or have is used according to the subject. He has finished his homework, means he started his homework before and now he finished. So if the subject is singular, I have used has. They have finished breakfast, means they have started eating breakfast before but they have finished now. So in this way we can identify children present perfect as a tense which is used to denote the actions which has started in the past and recently completed before the time of the speaking. And for present perfect tense we have a structure subject plus has or have plus V3. So in the perfect tenses children, always you have to use V3 form of the verb. Which form of the verb we have to use children? V3 form of the verb. In this way we have completed three tenses. What are they children? Simple present, present continuous and present perfect. Now let us discuss about the last tense of the present tense. What is the last tense of the present tense? That is present perfect continuous. Present perfect continuous. See children, as you see Present perfect continuous. It is a tense, children, which is used to denote the actions which already started in the past and still now they are going on. To denote such type of actions, we use along with the subject has or have plus been plus V1 with ing. Whenever we are talking about the continuous, we have to use V1 with ing. Suppose she has been teaching since 2004. Means she started the teaching profession in 2004 and still it is continuing. Means the actions which started in the past and still they are going on. To denote such type of actions, we will use present perfect continuous. See children, she is teaching since 19. She has been teaching since 1995. She has been teaching since 2004, we can say children. Means 2004 she has started the teaching profession and still she is teaching. In this way we have completed 4 types of present tense. One is simple present, another is present continuous, another is present perfect and another is perfect continuous tense. Children, tomorrow we will continue the class.